Hello, 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 and welcome back to the open debate. There it is, right there. So, hey, how's everybody doing today? We're back again for another live stream. Hopefully, the health of the stream stays up. Let me know how it's doing in the chat there below. I always love to hear your opinion. But today, we are going over quite an outrageous story. You always hear about racists in the news, racial profiling, racism, racist this, that, and another thing. And this seems to be an example of racism. But is it? Is it truly an example of racism or racist beliefs, or as this is saying, Christian beliefs? So the title of what we're speaking of tonight is Mississippi venue apparently denied interracial couples wedding over Christian beliefs, video shows. And, yeah, so apparently there's been a wedding chapel, or wedding venue in Mississippi that denied a couple, as you just heard, because they were interracial, due to their Christian beliefs. So a lot of people have been saying, is this a Christian belief? Is this something that Christians believe in? Does it coincide with the Bible? I'd love to hear what you have to say in the comments below. As well, as always, if you'd like to support the channel, you can always donate to Super Chat and have a donation pop up on screen, whatever message you'd like. It would look something like this.
This is a test donation for $CA.
Well, look at that. It worked this time. So, links in the chat there below if you want your 2 cents to be heard. But before we get started reading this article, I'm going to pull up a video that shows just what was said. And it's super quick. So, I mean, I may play it once, may play it twice, who knows, but I think you'll get the point from what you hear.
First of all, we don't do gay meetings on mixed race.
Okay, so why
Because
not?
of our Christian race. Not Christian belief.
Okay,
First of all, we don't do gay meetings on mixed race.
okay, so why
Because
not?
of our Christian race. Christian belief.
Okay, we're Christians as well, so what in the Bible tells
So I'll play that again for you. I don't know if you read what they said. I'm sure that you did, but we'll just go through it one more time without my mic being on in case there was an audio lag. So she doesn't want to argue her faith.
what
She doesn't want to argue her faith, but she's willing to discriminate against others because she believes that it's part of her faith and it's something that is part of what she believes in wholeheartedly. Yet she doesn't have any information to actually back it up. She just knows that she believes that, feels that she believes that, and is reiterating her beliefs to somebody else in a discriminatory manner. Is that the way you would put it? Because the beliefs are based in discrimination against certain individuals. It's an interesting thought, but there's always more to a story than just this woman is a complete and utter disgusting racist. She may hold some underlined racist beliefs, but is that something that cannot be changed in people? Is that something that is that even something that they necessarily want to hold if they don't understand fully? So it's the idea of internalized racism, of not understanding when you've done something or when you believe something that is racist happens to be racist. In the sense of racism, well, okay, in the sense, here we go. In the sense of racism being you having a negative outlook or discriminating against another race of individuals purely because they are that race. Doesn't matter what race they are, doesn't matter what race you are. There is no this prejudice plus power bullshit that's going around today. If I as a black man hate all white people because they're white, that's racism. If you as an Indian woman hate all Arab women, that's racism. Plain and simple. There's no two ways around it in my eyes. But yeah, so we'll get into the article here. It's written by ABC News, so it's definitely a valid source, right? And it says Mississippi venue apparently denied interracial couple wedding over Christian beliefs. Video shows like we just watched, right? So a Mississippi event hall apparently refused to rent the space to an interracial couple for their wedding, citing the owner's religious beliefs. A video posted by the groom's sister, who recorded a conversation with an employee, shows. LaCambria Welch, 24, drove to Boone's Camp Event Hall in Booneville, Mississippi, over Labor Day weekend to confront the owner about why her brother's request to book the venue was denied. She told Deep South Voice, which first reported the story. That's the source I should have gone to. Welch's brother, who is black, and his white fiancée were in contact with the owner of the venue, but suddenly received a message that they would not be permitted to rent the space because of the venue's beliefs, which Welch told the outlet. The couple had already booked a date to tour the space when they received the message, Welch told the Washington Post. She's been all over the place telling everybody about this story. Okay, so Welch recorded her incident or an encounter with the woman at the venue, which began with the employee first of all saying, "We don't do gay weddings or mixed race because of our Christian race." I mean, our Christian beliefs, which she did stumble and say that, which is somewhat telling of her belief system as well. But we'll get into that as the story unfolds. So I guess I lacked a little bit of background noise as well. I'll throw that up. Let me know if you like the background noise in there or if you'd rather just not be there. But okay, where are we here? Welch replies that her family is Christian as well, and asks where. Yeah, we just went through what the video actually says, right? So Welch told ABC News that via email that the conversation left her shaking, even though she sounded calm in the video. So that's one thing that people need to take into account as well. You got to relax and get yourself together in situations. Life is going to happen. There are going to be people out there that hold beliefs that are different than yours. Even if this woman is wholeheartedly racist, like, you can't take that to heart. You can't let that affect you. You can't let that get to you. That's only bringing you down in the end. Like, come on now. You were shaking by the end? Come on. Relax yourself. Go somewhere else. It really broke my heart to actually hear her say those things she wrote. Well, like, she wrote the things. She's always going to say them. Yep. Welch said this was her encounter. This was her first direct encounter with pure racism. And many people think that I should be used to it because I grew up here, she wrote. That's not the case. So that's also a telling statement that she writes. People think that she should be used to racism because she grew up in the South, but that's not the case. So that just points out that the average individual, even in the deep South, they're not racist they're not racist in the way that people seem to be misinterpreting. Apparently. Who knows? I don't have the perspective. Welch told Deep South that she believes the owner rejected her brother's request after looking at his fiance's Facebook and seeing that they're a mixed-race couple. They are both 20 and just recently got engaged after more than 3 years of dating, Welch told ABC News. Okay, whoa. Hello? Y'all still there? Alright, so everything just came down. I'll pop it back up here. Don't worry. Wow, I don't even know what just happened there. I must have hit something and lost everything that I was just reading. So I need to go back and find it again. But hey, that's okay. I'll keep talking about the situation and where I'm at with this. So I was just going back to find the statement where she was saying, I believe she said her brother was black. So if her brother was black, then the venue isn't necessarily racist per se. They just don't like interracial couples, which is a strange, I'd say a very strange belief to have. But you're entitled to whatever beliefs you want, I guess, as long it's a private business as well, right? So it's not like they're getting any funding from the government. They're not endorsed by anybody. Anybody can go ahead and choose to support the business or not. It's up to them. So this kind of sucks because there's a statement. I'm gonna have to see if I can find it now here in the links. But yeah, screenshot of the apologies right here. So this lady actually issued an apology, apparently through if not the woman, it was the wedding venue, whatever you want to call it. And here's the statement that she put out. So it reads, "To all who have been following the video posted of not allowing biracial marriages in our business, please read the content of this message. It is very important. As a child growing up in Mississippi, our racial boundaries that were unstated were that of staying within your own race. This was never verbally spoken, but it was understood. It was an understood subject. On Saturday, my husband asked me to show him in the Bible where it was located as to the content concerning biracial relationships. I studied for a minute and began to think about the history of my learning this and where it came from. I was unable to recall instances where the Bible was used to give a verse that would support my decision. After searching Saturday evening and Saturday night, most of the day Sunday, and sitting down with my pastor Sunday night, after church, I have come to the conclusion my decision, which was based on what I had thought was correct to be supported by the Bible, was incorrect. I have, for many years, stood firm on my Christian faith, not knowing that biracial relationships were never mentioned in the Bible. I know there are verses whom we claim to support this, but to my finding, it is not supported at all. As my Bible reads, there are 2 requirements for marriage, and race has nothing to do with either. All of the years I had assumed in my mind that I was correct, but I have never taken the opportunity to research and find whether that was correct or incorrect until now. There may have been some that stand by the same in the situation, but I ask you to take the time to study your Bible." And then she goes on, probably talking about the differences of Bibles. But yeah, with that being said, right? This woman clearly took a step back. She looks like she's pretty old. So she has been believing a certain way her entire life. And yet, after this came out and people decided to clearly have public outrage on social media, she decided to take a step back and look at her own life. Now, does that sound like a racist person? Someone who holds beliefs that they would never change? Or, I mean, I guess it's hard to say, but does this woman seem like she's unredeemable, as though there's no hope for anybody who has a belief that is separate to yours, or even that is negative, that is a negative belief, something that you would never believe and that you wholeheartedly disagree with? Does this not show you that even within 1 or 2 days of reflection, someone can look at the way that they've interpreted things for their entire life and realize that they have been wrong? There's always room for growth and change. It's just a thought. With today's outrage culture, people are so quick to just cancel everyone and get rid of whatever they don't like, but they don't realize that there's room for change, there's room for growth. People do definitely change. If somebody, like, people get completely destroyed for things that happened 15 years ago. Do you not think people change in 15 years? Do you think that you're going to be the same person in 15 years? If you're older, if you're, say, in your 60s, do you think you're the same person you were 25 years before? Honestly, take a look at yourself and think about the things in your life that have changed in that period of time. There's so much to think about and reflect on in each of our own lives that it's almost ridiculous when you see the amount of outrage that individuals have over the dumbest things. This is an actual situation that seems to be a little bit disheartening to see, but it's a private business. They have, in my eyes, the right to serve who they would want to serve. If they don't believe that that's the proper thing to do, then that's up to them. But then we also have the right to choose the business or not. And so go somewhere else. Go choose someone else. Do what you did. Say, put them on blast. Be like, hey, I don't like this business, and people can choose to go there if they want to or not. But the people associated have room to grow, and they can show that they've changed through consistent actions. Words don't really mean much, but actions, they speak louder than words. So with that being said, I'm going to end the stream here, but I'll probably be back a little bit later on, and if not, I'll see you guys tomorrow, because I'll be consistently streaming each and every day. Because you know what? It's the open debate. We're going to be getting some other guests on. I want to have some conversations. If you guys have any ideas for streams or anything you'd like to see, you can always hit me a message at theopendebate321@gmail.com. It's the email there. And yeah, links in the comment section or in the chat up at the top there for if you would like to help support the channel. We have a Patreon. There's just like a couple links up there, and yeah, throughout the streams, you can always donate through Super Chat and have your message pop up on screen, and that's up to you. So, with that being said, I guess that's all for now. My name's Elder. It's been the Open Debate. Be your own hero, kids.